Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Fadatul Kasifila. In this video, I will review a literary book. The title is Narrative Islam, Decolonialism, Justice and Contemporary Muslimah Literature by Hasnul Insani Johar. This book was just published in this year, published by Ohio State University 2024. This book also highlights literary studies, American press and ethnic studies, gender and sexuality studies, ASEAN and ASEAN American studies. Okay, first thing first, let's talk about the author. Hasnul Insani Johar is senior lecturer in the Department of English at Universitas Islam Negeri Syarif Hidayatullah. Her research has appeared in many journals because she is also a journalist, and actually she is my lecturer who made this book very inspiring lectures discussion. Okay, next to the content, this novel has a chapter with 12 different novels. And in accordance with the title Decolonialism, Justice and Contemporary Muslimah Literature, this book contains the author's opinion on 12 different novels such as a memoir, poems, and short story, which discuss various issues experienced by Muslim women. This book raises topics related to the struggle of Muslim women, especially in dealing with the impact of colonialism like Islamophobia, racism, patriarchy, Orientalism, and so on. They are that are still felt in social culture and also religious life in the Muslim world today. You can read this book directly, but I have a suggestion. So after reading this book, because this book is discuss other novels, I think it's better while reading the novels that Johars discuss. For example, the discussion on the chapter Decolonizing Muslim Culture and Food Culture, you can read the novel The Language of Baklava and Life Without a Recipe by Abu Jaber first before reading Johars' book. And this book is discuss how a contemporary Muslim writers use literature as a tool to rewrite narrative that were previously distorted by colonialism, like before patriarchal influence, Islamophobia, and to open up space for a more just and inclusive understanding of Islam and Muslim women. So, literature become a means to decolonize the thought and practice that prevent women from achieving freedom and justice. I will take 5 opinions from the author's quote, which will be discussed. First quote is from Hagar Poems by Moja Kaf, 2016. Indeed, by asking Sarah to be angry at Ibrahim, Kaf's speaker illuminates how Muslim women can express their feelings and emotion undermining Orientalist view, perceiving Muslim women as a being oppressed mentally and psychically. Instead, Muslim women can declare their opinions and even their anger to him, a representative of a patriarchal society. Johar 2024 in the page 16.4. In this statement, I agree with Johar, who support Kaf's way of using the character of Hajar as a resistance to the Orientalism and patriarchal views from this era. However, if from the context of the past, or when this story, the real story happened, the things accepted by Hajar in my opinion, are not called patriarchy because the context is different from the story created by Kaf. And for the second is American Media from Alif the Unseen by Julian Wilson, 2012. However, the secret countries of the Arabian Peninsula are seemingly hidden under Western hegemony. In this case, American media, which tend to represent thus Muslim countries, address as similar to one. Johor 2024 in the page 102. I also agree with George's statement that in the novel Alif the Unseen, the American media is only interested in war, poverty, and sexism, which only show the bad side of the news instead of showing the progress which can strengthen Orientalism in American society. That has big impact for immigrants and the stirring of Muslim diaspora who stayed in America by hiding the good things from Arab or Muslim. And for the third one is decolonize by using after the U.S. invasion of Iraq instead the 9/11 attack. The quotation as I use term after the U.S. invasion of Iraq as a historical marker in this chapter to destabilize the American dominant narrative of the 9/11 attack. Johor 2024 in the page 100 to 23. In this novel, Merce has no mentioned several times made this statement about replacing the word 9/11 attack with after the U.S. invasion of Iraq. I really agree with Merce Hasnell's statement that as Muslims we try to erase our Americans' dominance with statement 9/11 attack implicitly strengthen Orientalism and Arab American racism. By using after the U.S. Invasion of Iraq, we help decolonize the 9/11 attack by making people aware that Arab also suffered losses in the invasion of Iraq instead of just looking at the 9/11 attack. And the fourth one in the quote, these traumatic experiences are essential to explore to undermine U.S.-based narrative of 9/11 trauma, which tend to exclude Muslim women or Muslimah immigrant from U.S. belonging. I agree also with this statement as well, where Merce Hasnell argued in her novels that the traumatic experience of immigrant by making them into literary works consciously awakens Orientalism, who forget, belittle, and even assume them to be terrorism just because of their body or the Arabian and Islamic status. And for the last quote, as argued previously, to challenge the dominant European views of the melting pot, Abu Jaber, in her two memoirs, The Language of Baklava and Live a Life Without a Recipe, appears to endorse the multicultural models by privileging two crucial food dishes, maglobe and baklava, Johor 2024, in the page 47. Is it true? The memoir explained by Jaber in The Language of Baklava overhauls the thought Orientalism and with Merce Hasnell's deeper explanation of the history of reversing the melting pot, replacing it with a more multicultural maglobe pot, which Jaber made this memoir seem successful in its purpose, and the concept of the novel is very inspiring memoir. By using food as a topic of discussion and food studies, they decolonize the views of Orientalism and Western racism. Overall, rewriting Islam books is a study that connect decolonize with the gender justice issue in Muslim literature and especially Muslim literature, exploring how contemporary works create space for the renewal of thought in a more just and equal Muslim society. In my opinion, this book is very critical of what is happening today. Just like Merce Hasnell, as a Muslim woman, as a Muslimah, I strongly support contemporary Muslim women to use literature as a tool to voice and decolonize and also raise awareness of patriarchal and colonial thought. from this book and got a recommendation for a novel that is very useful and rich in knowledge and these issues that are happening among the contemporary Muslims, including what is happening today in Palestine. This increases the sense of concern and support for fellow Muslim and also fellow women, especially those who experience double discrimination. So I will recommend this book for you guys, especially for literature lovers and those who like conflict about contemporary Muslim a woman. This book must be the next list for you to read. This book also share our critical thinking because personally the book is very rich in knowledge and theory. I'm grateful to learn and read from this book because actually before reading and learning about contemporary Muslimah, which in my course is called Woman Literature Muslimah Muslim of the Ummah, I didn't really think before about what happened with the Muslim woman out there and so on. The lessons and this book really made me aware and more aware about the issue. I personally think this book was success in decolonizing post-colonial like racism, Islamophobia, patriarchy, and Orientalism stereotype that occur in novel discussed. Maybe that's all from my review today from Rewriting Islam. You can grab yours from the website Ohio State University. For today, thank you so much to Ms. Hasnul as the author and also my beloved lecture of Woman Literature of the Ummah. May her knowledge be blessed. Barokah amin ya rabbal alamin. Sorry about my mistake because I'm still learning and I'm human. And the last I say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.